Rowdy Retro Reviewer here again. Back again with a top 5 video called my top 5 favorite movie comedies. Now before we start, sorry for the stutters there. I want to let you know that I'm slowly getting my groove back. Yeah, since I did post a video about how I'm starting to run out of ideas, and how I'm probably starting to run out of things to talk about. But don't worry, I'm starting to get my groove back a little bit, and I appreciate you guys' concern about it. So anyways, I'm here to share my thoughts on my top 5 favorite musical comedies ever. And we're gonna start with number 5, The Blues Brothers. One of the greatest musical car chase comedies ever. Not sure if I talked about this in one of my other previous videos. I might have briefly talked about this, but it doesn't hurt to talk about it again. Comedy icons. I think I remember reading the plot of this. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll probably read the plot again as a recap, if that's okay with you guys. Comedy icons John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd star in the outrageously funny musical comedy The Blues Brothers. After the release of Drake Blues from prison, he and his brother Elwood take the blues band back on the road in the attempt to raise money for the orphanage where they were raised. Havoc ensues when the brothers seek redemption on their mission from God. Directed by John Landis, the soul-stirring comedy classic features musical performances by blues legends Ray Charles, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, and Cab Calloway. Yeah, actually getting this as a Christmas present, along with Scooby-Doo and Crypto 2. But that's for something completely different. Not many people say that this is one of the greatest films ever. It has great characters, a great lesson about trying to be redeemed and being on a mission from God. And the musical numbers in this film are incredibly catchy. Whether it's Shake Your Tail Feathers, Think, or Everyone Needs Somebody to Love, you name it. There are so many songs to keep track of. And if you want to listen to the songs from the Blues Brothers, you can still find various songs of it on YouTube. But I am aware about the Blues Brothers 2000, which is a sequel to the first film, and it's probably not a great movie. It fails to live up to the magic of the first film. But I think the sequel does have decent songs. And I will admit it is cool seeing Dan Aykroyd reprise his role as Elwood. But I think those are the only two things that Blues Brothers 2000 somewhat got right. Number 4, Weird Al Yankovic in UHF. This is another film that I have to watch for the second time in order to be more aware of what it's about. Basically, Weird Al Yankovic plays George, and his friend are in charge of a rundown theater. TV station that's on the edge to go bankrupt. and try to find ways to keep this TV station alive and well by showing new series and putting out a telethon to save the TV station once and for all. I guess the back on the DVD explains the entire thing properly. I'll let you guys pause this part of the video so you can read it for yourselves. Okay. And I know that Weird Al is known for doing a lot of parody songs, especially for Michael Jackson, and I think that's one reason how I'm familiar with Weird Al Yankovic. That, and he made a guest appearance in Scooby-Doo and Guess Who called Attack of the Weird Allosaurus. Now, that's not the only time he and Mr. Yang met, because there was an episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold called Batman Presents Batman Strangest Cases. I probably won't spoil anything from that episode, but I will let you know that the third segment of that episode is like a crossover segment with Scooby-Doo. And there are some moments in this film where he does spoofs, satires, and parodies of other classic films that I may or may not have heard of. Like these two images right here, meant to be a parody / satire of Indiana Jones and Rambo. Sorry if the screen got a little bit blurry there. Now, doing parodies is not a bad thing. Sort of. And as soon as I get another DVD player over there, I might rewatch UHF again for the third time. Yes, I did. I think I did mention before how I watched this film like twice in a row. And if Weird Al Yankovic, if you're watching this part of the video, you are still the best. And I'm sorry I'm still trying to learn more about you. Wait, don't anyone take that out of context. Anyways, the number 3, it's Little Shop of Horrors. Wait, I shouldn't sing any of the songs from the film because I don't want to get copyrights. Business blooms at Mushnick's flower shop when the exotic plotted plant called Andre 2 arrives. It turns out to be an carnivorous mean green mother from outer space feeling that little shop with lots of horrors. So in a nutshell, Andre 2 is a space alien plant. Freaky. Little Shop of Horrors first flowered in a low-budget 1960 Roger Corman movie, resprouted as a smash 1982 off-Broadway musical, and now comes full circle in this 1986 musical adaptation of the stage hit, with a score by multiple Academy Award winners Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. An all-star cast with comedy pros spread tentacles of pleasure. Wait, don't anyone take that out of context. Now, I probably brought this up in one of my VHS and DVD collection videos. But in case I haven't, when I first watched this film on VHS, which I have right here, when I first watched it on VHS, I thought it was like the director's cut ending. Because let me explain, in case I haven't. This film has two different endings. Two. In the director's cut entry, Seymour didn't save Andre 1 just in time. She dies, and when he goes in to confront Andre 2, Andre 2 wins, grabbing Seymour into his vines and eating him alive. But it doesn't end there. The plant allows himself to be sold all over the world, and when the time is right, Andre 2 and his offspring strike. People are defenseless to stop them. The plant goes bigger and bigger and bigger until they completely take over and gobble up mankind. And yes, I know that the nostalgia critic already brought this up in his top 11 WTF alternate movie endings. I think the reason why I brought this up is because I think it has something to do with when the film was first shown as a test screen to the audience. Everyone liked the film, but they didn't like the ending. So the Frank Gans had to go back and try to work on a new and approved happy ending, which probably expands on the movie's budget a bit, where Seymour does save Andre 1's life and destroys Andre 2. I know, it's crazy. It's pretty much crazy. And I remember I went to a live stage show somewhere down in a downtown theater where I live. And it was my first time seeing the Little Shop of Horrors live on stage. Oh yeah. It is kind of funny how this started out as a 1960s low-budget film to a live stage show in 1982, which, by the way, as I'm recording this right now, I think there are still more Little Shop of Horrors live stage shows. And then followed by a 1986 motion picture musical, a cartoon show called Little Shop. Yes, I am dead serious about that. There is a minty comedic art video that explains it. And I think there is a comic book based on the film. Just thought I'd bring that up in case anyone wasn't fully aware of it until now. Okay, 3 down, 2 to go. Okay, you got Animal House. One of the most popular comedies of all time. It's also the film that made John Belushi a star. This raunchy screwball comedy, directed with madcap zest by John Landis, offers a relentless spoof of 1960s college life by following the hilarious adventures of the Delta fraternity. Sorry if I had trouble saying that word. In addition to Belushi as Bluto Blazowski, this outstanding cast includes Tim Masson, Tom Hulsey, and many more. So basically, these guys at the Delta House had to stand down against their so-called ruthless principal, who wants these guys kicked out of the college campus for good. It's like it said on the back of the DVD. It is like a spoof of 1960s college shenanigans, if that makes any sense. And this is actually so that means I got two John Belushi related movies, which I probably did a YouTube shorts about that a while ago. And you know, this is actually this is actually one of the greatest comedies ever. Lots of interesting characters, and it can be very, very raunchy, as it says on the back of the DVD. In fact, this would give the Rocky Horror Picture Show a run for its money, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of which, my number one favorite movie comedy is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I just want to let you, just a disclaimer, though, this is probably not meant for kids. Not meant for kids. It's meant to be for 18-year-olds and over. Fasten your girder belt for the rapping, gender-bending cult classic starring Tim Curry, Barry Bostwick, Susan Sarandon, and Meatloaf. This picture-perfect DVD specimen includes an abundance of extra to help you recreate the midnight movie experience at home. It was great when it all began, and the Rocky Horror is still guaranteed to thrill, chill, and fulfill you. Okay, let me try to do my best to explain the plot as best as I can. When Brad and Janet gets a flat tire from their car, they stumble across a mysterious castle, which is owned by the legendary Dr. Frankenfurter, played by Tim Curry, who actually created life in the form of Rocky Horror. This outrageously raunchy film, filled with lots of catchy rock and roll musical numbers, just as Hopatootie, Bless My Soul, and I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but Sweet Transvestite on the planet Transsexual Transylvania. And yes, I am aware that it is so weird for me to actually say all that out to you guys, along with a lot of other musical numbers. And I think this is one of Tim Curry's most popular films he has ever worked on, because sure, he has been in other movies before, like other movies and TV shows like The Wild Thornberrys, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, and Pennywise from the It miniseries. But I think the Rocky Horror Picture Show is one of the greatest films ever. And this does come with a lot of bonus features, like a US and UK version. I guess for the UK version includes the song Superheroes at the end of the film, not the US version. I just want to make that clear. And another bonus feature has these thing called audience participation, which I'm sure you guys probably know what that actually means. And you don't get too many shows like this, live movies like this these days. Now I think this is is in the category of great movie musicals, kind of like Blues Brothers and Little Shop of Horrors, for example. And this is my number one favorite movie musical comedy. Well, anyways, that was my top 5 favorite movie comedies ever. And sure, I know that most people might not be fans of either one of these films or probably all of the above, depending on the target audience for these films. But hey, sometimes we all gotta have our favorite films to enjoy once in a while. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of some of these. I mean, you probably do now, since I probably brought up these films in some of my other YouTube videos in the past. So, thank you guys for watching, and let me know what your favorite movie comedy is. Whether it's one of these films I mentioned in this video, or probably just any random one that you guys may or may not have heard of before. And it's like I said, it's okay if you guys have like different thoughts on these films. Well, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and stay groovy.